Hey, this is Kelly with Kelly's Magical Realm, and I'm back with the spiritual squeeze. Um, this time, though, it's with a breakthrough. And for those of you that missed my other video on the spiritual squeeze, that is when you're not listening to spirit. Spirit's sending you signs, you're not taking them. And so what spirit does is puts you in a box to where it's like, hey, you have no choice, but you have to deal with every area in your life, relationships, your home, finances, your health, everything. So all this is going around on you, right? And it's like a spiritual sweep as well. Spirit's coming through, sweeping away everything that is no longer serving you, right? Relationships, people, coming through, sweeping it away, where you live, your job, just coming through and taking away what isn't working for you anymore. However, I missed a key takeaway that finally I got that breakthrough today. There's one huge aspect to the spiritual squeeze. That final stage is letting go. It's letting go so spirit can take over. It's like I was trying to control everything, like every aspect of my life. And when you're trying to do this, you're trying to micromanage everything. You're not giving spirit a chance to come in to give you any ideas to think. Spirit's not able to communicate with you when you're trying to do everything on yourself. The whole part of the spiritual squeeze is so spirit can co-create with you. So spirit can help you. So spirit can come through and give you these messages, but spirit can't do it when you're in fight or flight. Spirit can't help when you're anxiously running around like a chicken without your head. And that's how I've been. I know, because this has been me, and spirit can't come through and help when you're not listening because you're too busy trying to stay afloat, and you just got to let go. You just got to let go, and you got to trust, and you got to get to that point. Once you take care of what you needed to do, basically, like once you moved and once, you took care of your health and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you have to let go. You have to let go, and you have to let go of things that you're holding on to that no longer serve you. So this isn't just in the physical realm. This is also in the spiritual realm. This is also in our mental, in our mental space, because there's things that we're holding on to that have to be released. And that's the one thing that I missed on the spiritual squeeze, is I was so busy focusing on the physical aspects of everything. I wasn't really letting go of everything in my mental space, my spiritual, like my soul. There's things that I, really needed to let go. And all of that came to me today, that letting go is the biggest thing, but it's letting go of those old beliefs, things that no longer serve you anymore. Thinking, how bad everything is, when realistically, everything is actually working in your favor, and it doesn't feel like that in the moment, right? It sucks. It's not fun, especially when there's health issues involved in things and things keep popping up. It doesn't feel like that, but it just reminded me of a cool quote. It was actually a beautiful quote. It was actually a shaman once said, when you're at the part of disease, or you have health issues, right? Like say you have a bad virus right now, a cold or something, it's actually at the end stage. The beginning stages is before it even, it was churning in your chakras. There's an underlying condition, right? By the time it hits like that cold or whatever, that's actually the healing part. So we don't realize it, But actually these things, they seem at the time, they seem like they're not fun, but it's actually at the final. This is really like the end stage. It's the end game, you know? So I just want to say letting go is the end game of the spiritual squeeze. Letting go of control. Letting go of your control, thinking that you can control everything when you can't. Letting spirit sometimes just taking over. You know, just asking spirit, hey, I can't handle this. That's all spirit really wanted to hear us say is, hey, as I'm running around trying to do all these things and acting like I can handle everything, you know, and I did a good job doing it. You know, I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit for once because I usually don't. But but honestly, we have to admit sometimes it's like we can't do everything. And it's when you finally say to spirit, I need your help now. I need you to step in, please. Because spirit needs our permission anyways to get involved. So we specifically have to say that, like, okay, I did my best of everything. Now I need you to come in. I'm letting go. I'm letting go of my control of these things. And now I'm letting spirit take over, you know? And it's getting to that point of knowing that we need the help so spirit can come in and co-create with us. And sometimes we have all these challenges. Sometimes all those challenges are there too, just to make sure that that's what you want to do. So if you're moving into a new place or a new situation or a new job, it's like spirit's testing you with these things. Is this what you want? Are you sure this is what you want? We want to make sure, so we're going to test you in this phase. And that's all it is sometimes, is a test, you know? And then, like I said, once you get to the point where it's like, hey, you put your hands up, I can't do it anymore. And that's pretty much when spirit comes in. Spirit will come through other people, because that's how my enlightenment came today, somebody else. And the funny thing is I wasn't even talking about my issues and stuff. Spirit literally was speaking through someone else, and I got it. I got the message. Spirit's always trying to do that. It's when we finally, when we're really ready. And I know you're probably saying, well, I'm in the mix of it, I'm in the middle of it, and I'm ready. No, it's when you can't handle it anymore, and you're just like letting go. It's that letting go and not fighting. It's not resisting anymore. It's not trying to just sit there and say, you know what, sorry, I keep itching my head. I have the worst headache today, but I had to make this video because I had to tell everybody the second part of the spiritual squeeze, because it was an eye-opener. I started crying actually when I had the enlightenment moment, because I was like, finally, I feel like I can move on to this next stage now. Finally, that peace that I needed came through to me today, and it woke me up and it got my attention, and I felt whoever needed to hear it is going to hear it, and I really had to say it, plus so I don't forget, because this literally just happened to me a half an hour ago. But letting go is the key. Letting go is the big key with this spiritual squeeze, but I also want to say spiritual awakening. So it could be for some people a spiritual awakening. You know, I had my first one back in 2012. And since then, you can, you know, spiritual awakening is a process. It'll happen in layers. So you can have more than one, or it could be a, you know, spiritual awakening ascension, you know, where you're leveling up. So it's a lot. It's a process. But the way I take it is you couldn't handle everything at once. That's why spirit puts it in these levels for you. But I'm going to leave it at this because my headache is so bad. But thank you for listening, and have a great night.